Have you ever felt like money is just around the corner, but never quite reaches your hands? What if I told you that in just 2 days, you could begin to attract large sums of money into your life, without working harder, without stress, and without luck? This isn't just wishful thinking. It's based on a universal principle that very few people truly understand or apply the right way. It's called the law of assumption. And once you learn how to use it correctly, money starts flowing to you in ways you can't even predict. Imagine checking your phone and seeing a deposit that came out of nowhere. Or getting an unexpected refund, bonus, or opportunity that leads to wealth. These things are not just stories, they are real experiences that thousands have had after applying this powerful law. The question is, will you be next? In today's video, you're going to learn something most people have never been taught. You'll discover why your beliefs about money are more powerful than your efforts. How to change your assumptions in a way that bends reality in your favor. And a simple 2-day method to align your mind with financial abundance. And here's something you probably didn't know: many successful people, from celebrities to business leaders, have used this exact principle. But they don't talk about it in public. Why? Because it sounds too simple to be true. But simplicity is exactly what makes it so powerful. Stay with us until the end, because we're going to reveal a secret affirmation technique that creates almost instant shifts in your financial reality. Most people skip it and miss everything. But you won't. Welcome to Bright Mind Within, the place where hidden knowledge meets real results. If you're ready to unlock your money flow and transform your reality, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell, because what you're about to learn could be the beginning of your biggest breakthrough. The law of assumption is simple, yet deeply powerful. It says that whatever you assume to be true in your mind, becomes your reality in the physical world. Not because the world changes first, but because you do. Your inner state, your belief, and your assumption shape everything you experience. If you assume that money is hard to get, it will be. If you believe that you're always just getting by, that becomes your constant truth. But here's the shift: when you begin to assume that wealth is already yours, your life starts moving in that direction. Not slowly, but sometimes in ways that seem almost magical. The world responds to who you believe you are. This isn't just an idea floating in the air. It's a teaching deeply rooted in the work of Neville Goddard, one of the most respected voices in manifestation and spiritual creation. Neville taught that you don't get what you want, you get what you assume. He said the imagination is the creative force of the universe, and when you live as though your desire is already fulfilled, it must show up in your life. So, the first step isn't to chase money. It's to become the version of you who already has it. Feel the emotions of wealth. Think the thoughts of someone who is financially free. Walk, talk, and live from the end result. Assume it's done. No more waiting, no more hoping. You are now living in the reality where you are abundant. Most people try to fix the outer world first. But the law of assumption flips everything. It says, go within, shift your assumption, and the outside will follow. This is where real change begins, not in action, but in identity. To begin using the law of assumption for attracting money, the first step is simple but powerful: decide exactly how much money you want to attract. Not a vague idea. A clear number. Whether it's $500, $5,000, or even $50,000, be specific. This shows the universe you know what you want. It creates a direct target for your assumption to focus on. Once you've decided, write it down. On paper. In your journal. On a sticky note. Anywhere you'll see it often. Writing it down anchors the intention in your mind and begins to shift your energy. Next, visualize it. Close your eyes and imagine the moment that money arrives. Picture checking your account and seeing that number. Feel the rush of excitement. The joy. The relief. The deep gratitude that fills your chest. Visualization is not just about seeing, it's about feeling. The emotion locks in the assumption and makes it real in your subconscious. Now, speak it into existence. Use affirmations like "I am financially abundant" or "money flows to me easily and consistently." These aren't just positive phrases, they are mental commands to your reality. Say them out loud, multiple times a day. Whisper them to yourself when you wake up. Repeat them while walking or working. The more you affirm, the deeper it embeds. But don't stop there. Act as if it's already yours. Make choices from a place of abundance. Don't think, "I can't afford this." Think, "How would I choose if I were already wealthy?" This subtle shift tells your subconscious that it's already happening. And finally, let go. Don't chase. Don't worry about how or when. Release the doubt. Trust that the moment you assumed it, it began unfolding. Stay open. Stay calm. And let the money find its way to you. One of the biggest mistakes people make when using the law of assumption is constantly checking for results. They ask, "Where's the money?" or "Why hasn't it come yet?" This creates resistance. It tells your mind that you don't believe it's already done. And that doubt, even if it's small, can interrupt the whole process. When you plant a seed, you don't keep digging it up every few hours to see if it's growing. You water it, give it light, and trust that it will sprout. Manifestation works the same way. Once you've made your assumption, your job is to nurture it with belief, not to chase it or obsess over it. The more you worry, the more you focus on the lack of money. And whatever you focus on, you attract. So if your thoughts are full of fear, stress, or frustration, you begin to invite more of those experiences. That's why it's important to protect your mindset. Keep it filled with positivity, certainty, and trust. Choose thoughts that support your vision. When a negative thought creeps in, like "this won't work" or "what if nothing changes?" recognize it and replace it. Say to yourself, "I've already received it. It's mine." Keep returning to your inner truth. The more you do, the stronger your assumption becomes. You don't have to be perfect. Doubts will come. But your power lies in what you choose to believe next. Don't let a passing fear become a permanent block. Stay in the feeling of abundance, even when the outside doesn't reflect it yet. The shift always begins within. Stay calm. Stay aligned. Stay focused on the version of you who already has it. And let the rest unfold in its own time. There are countless stories of people who have used the law of assumption to attract money almost overnight. These aren't fairy tales. These are real people who decided to change their beliefs and watched reality shift to match them. One woman shared how she was struggling to pay rent and didn't know where the money would come from. Instead of panicking, she remembered the law of assumption. She wrote down the exact amount she needed, visualized herself handing the rent over with ease, and repeated the affirmation, "Money always finds its way to me." Within 2 days, she received an unexpected payment from a client who had owed her for months. Another story comes from a man who had lost his job. He decided to use this law instead of giving in to fear. Every day, he acted as if he already had more than enough money. He would walk through stores feeling like he could buy anything he wanted. He affirmed, "I am wealthy and supported." Out of nowhere, an old friend offered him a freelance opportunity that paid more than his last job. There was also a young student who needed money for tuition. She didn't tell anyone about her situation but used the method quietly. She assumed the money was already taken care of, felt relief before it arrived, and refused to stress. Just one day before the deadline, a distant relative sent her the exact amount as a surprise gift. These stories all point to the same truth: assumption creates reality. It's not about working harder or begging for help. It's about stepping into the version of yourself who already has what they want, and trusting that life will mirror that inner belief. These people didn't wait for proof. They became the proof, and the money followed. Let's quickly go over what you've learned today. First, set a clear intention, decide on the exact amount of money you want to attract. Then, visualize it as if it's already yours. Feel the joy, the relief, the gratitude. Next, affirm your new reality with powerful statements like "money flows to me effortlessly." After that, act as if you already have the money. Make choices from a place of abundance, not lack. And most importantly, trust the process. Let go of worry, release the need to control, and allow it all to unfold. You now have everything you need to attract large sums of money in just 2 days, starting today. So go ahead, start the process. Feel it. Believe it. Live it. And when the money shows up, don't forget to come back and share your story in the comments. Your experience could inspire someone else. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Bright Mind Within. Tap the notification bell so you never miss another video about manifesting abundance and unlocking your true potential.